Your man Chris Santana, man. This is what it is, man. I'm interviewing Mrs. Veronica. We finna get right into it. Miss Veronica, I want to ask you a couple questions about what's going on in the community as these young kids growing up, mama leaving them at home, and they going out in the streets doing what they want to do. The kids at home or maybe in the street doing what they want to do. Can you elaborate on that? How you feel about that, ma'am?
Oh yeah, I really can. I'll say to you that a lot of times the parents, you got a lot of parents that's young today, and they have not been taught by their parents what need to be done in the home. Parents need to exercise on getting their children back in church, spending more quality time with them, sitting down with them and teaching them what's important for the children today. They need to go back to the old school way.
And let me ask you this: what's the old school way, Miss Veronica?
The old school way was when parents had their children, they always had a family get together, family gatherings, family oriented, for as like having your children to sit down with you at night,
Yes,
read with your children, teach your children how to read the Bible. Kids don't even know how to say their prayers. 90% of the time, they're outside playing with their friends, and then other children are learning. They're being influenced by other children where they actually don't even know what they're listening to things, but they're trying to take a chance on saying, well, let me go out and try this a little bit. You got kids out here smoking weed.
Yes, ma'am.
You got kids out here that's cursing all the time, hanging out with the wrong crowd of people,
Yes,
and thinking that this is a good thing.
Let me ask you this: the fathers today in this lifetime that we live in, what you say about the population on the kids doing what they do? Do the fathers think? You think the fathers have a little bit to do with that? As the fathers not being in the life?
I feel that the fathers have a lot to do with it. I really do, because without a father in the home, it's hard for a mother. Okay. It really is. It takes both parents to raise the children. Even if the father is not in the home,
yes, ma'am,
I still feel that father needs to be a part of that child's life.
I want to ask you too. I want to elaborate on this too. Do you think it should be an age limit as kids today grow up with, as they age limit as hanging with someone might be older than them? Could that be an influence on the kids too?
I feel that could be a good and bad influence. It depends upon who this child is being around at the time.
Okay. I know you old school or whatever. I want to ask you, the kids today, as having these kids, do you think the mamas are showing them how to put on special, tampon, as I would say, and do you think they need to teach their kids how to put that on them? Or, because some kids go to school might be bleeding out the back of their pants. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And they don't know the proper way to put on their, proper tampon.
Right.
Right. For that right there.
Right. Well, it goes back to old school way. When you're raising children, you have to start when they're small and raise them up to learn different things in the home. When you get teenagers that's growing up, you deal with a lot of children that it really goes to the parents. Let's put it at the parent part, because a child only can do what they know to do, whatever a parent tell them to do.
Okay.
And as school concerned, I feel that when the children are in the school,
yes,
that is the teachers and the faculty, people that work with the children, the board, everybody.
Yes,
I feel that that's their responsibility to see after the child.
Okay.
Or call the parent and
Yes,
let them know that this is going on with the child.
Okay. Do you think we get that enough in the world today at time? What you just said, do we get that enough?
No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't get enough of attention for the children, because there's a lot of parents out there that's trying to do what they want to do. They're trying to get caught up in their younger life and
yes,
in their parents now.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you have to set aside as to being an adult, but your child is looking at the things that you're doing in your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you want to set great examples for your children.
So, do you think it's been enough kids have been put off as they say, Mom, I want to go do a sport, and the mom say, well, I don't got time for that, or I don't have the money, or I mean, how do you feel about her saying no to that as keeping them out of trouble and off the street? How do you feel about that?
Well, that's where I feel that a lot of people that are affiliated with different other people out there that willing to help that mother
Okay.
to get the things that the child is asking for. If they don't have the money, the funds
Yes, ma'am.
to get that, there are other facilities that might could step in and help with the child. And if you got a good coach
Yes,
or
ma'am.
whatever,
Okay.
you would think that everybody would come together and be a family
Okay.
to help that child so that the child can stay off
Yes,
the
ma'am.
street.
So that goes back to old school then, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and I want to say this then. Okay, how do you feel about celebrities being celebrities, as they might put the money into boys and girls clubs, but do you think the money needs to be brought into the knock, 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 up to the door, as going around the hood and out of being scared behind the tents and being in the cars and being celebrity wise? Or do you think it needs to be more of a macho to just be in the hood and just go to the doors and be like, here, this is for your family. This is how would you elaborate on that? How would you do it? How would you think it need to be done?
Well, first of all, I feel that they need to stop showing these children different things, videos and all of these things that's made up.
Okay.
You know, if you're gonna be real to the game. You know, be really real, because I feel like there's money out there that's being spent on negative stuff that's not important.
Yes, ma'am.
But yet, the world need a lot of other things that really means well for these children. Start opening up some Christian daycare, Christian school, Christian teaching. Open and put the money where they really gonna need to know in the future of their lives what they gonna have to have.
Yes, ma'am.
They're not getting enough attention at home from the parents to even focus in on what these children really need to better them.
Okay.
The children are focusing on what they need, so to speak, as to bringing it to the parents. And so when a child brings it to the parent and say, well, look, Mom, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do, Daddy, or whatever. Don't push your child to the side, because then when you knock them from doing the things they want to do, that's when they go out there and get set on drugs and start doing things that they should not do.
Yes,
and then the parents looking at, well, what happened to my child?
Okay.
Well, simply because you did not care enough to try to help this child in the way that they was trying to go.
So if you put that on the scale, what you just said, how would you weigh that?
I would weigh that as